Chairman of the Council of Elders, Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide, Chief Emmanuel Nwanyanwu, has urged ethnic groups clamoring for secession to have a rethink, noting that the country's unity remained non-negotiable. Chairman of the Council of Elders, Ohaneze, has said this. He, however, called on political leaders to be all-inclusive in their decision-making. Nwanyanwu made the appeal at the 3rd Igbo Nsukka United Fronts and Zik Annual Merit Award in Abuja with the theme Nigeria of Our Dreams, Possibilities, Challenges and Realities. He stated, secession is never an option. Everybody is looking of being large or big. Nigeria today is a large area of about 200 million people. Why do you want to break it and go to a smaller place? So I think that all these people talking about secession should please think about it, while extolling the late nationalist Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe for prioritizing the nation's unity. Sultan of Sokoto and President General of Nigeria Supreme Court Council for Islamic Affairs, Alhaji Saad Abubakar III, charged the citizenry to emulate the patriots by championing peace in all their endeavors. Represented by Alhaji Usman Abdullahi, the Sultan pleaded, I call on my Igbo brothers and sisters, home and abroad, to emulate the good deeds of our father. He never fought for only the eastern part of the country, but he was with everyone. On his part, Governor Babagana Umar Zulum of Borno State, represented by Commissioner of Environment Yerima Saleh, observed Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was not only Zik of Nigeria but was also Zik of Africa, who was regarded as the chief inspirer of young nationalists on the continent, where the first president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, said in his autobiography that Zik inspired him. Bemoaning the state of the nation, the wife of the late nationalist Uche Azikiwe called on political leaders to ensure that the unity of the country was preserved by the labor of past heroes, not be in vain. Recounting historical events and efforts put in place to achieve independence, the keynote speaker, Minasara Kogo Umar, submitted at that time, Nigeria was the glaring and shining talent of the international world. As 2023 approaches, we should imbibe that spirit of common brotherhood and eschew violence. We should think of Nigeria as a second treasure given to us by God to manage, bearing in mind that if Nigeria gets it right, Africa and the entire black world stand to be proud. In another development, constitutional lawyer Michael Zekome canvassed the unconditional release of the detained of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, for peace to return to the southeast ahead of the 2023 general elections. The public notary, who extolled Azikiwe for his doggedness, spoke at the 11th Zik lecture series themed Nigeria in the throes of insecurity towards 2023, any panacea, which was held in Oka, Anambra states. He advised the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF Malami, to enter a null prosequi, no case entry for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be unconditionally freed. Zekome feared a possible rise in tension and death if proactive measures are not taken by the government. He observed that agitations for self-determination were not criminal, as the United Nations Conventions and African Peoples and Human Rights Charter and other protocols give back to them. In fact, as I was going through this, I was just like, the same thing I always say. You see them? Because of the event they wanted to do, all of them will just write, they will have their aide that will write whatever speech they want to talk about. They will just write it. They will say it there and they will end it there. They will always talk to the people on how to sacrifice. You should do this. You should do this. They will never ask the question. They will never want to solve the question or talk to the power that be. Talk truth to the power. You are always telling the people who are agitating, hey, just stop it. Fold your hands. Stop just like that. Why did they, in the first place, have you asked them if really you want things to be done? These are the things they've been saying for since after the war, the Biafran war. They continue to say it, let us work together, let us do this and that. But when Buhari will be doing rubbish, he's doing nonsense, nobody will call him to order. Buhari, who just came, they just gave him opportunity to be president. The next thing, he said those who gave him 5%, at the end of the day, they said they're going to build to go and complete, because he didn't start it. It's only when you start a job, oh, I want this thing for these people, that is when you can just take the old glory. The second Niger bridge they said they are building now, or they just completed, somebody started it. And from what we heard, all the things have been in place for them to finish it. Whether the person that started it did well or not, but you didn't start it. You didn't just say, oh, let me just wake up and say, this is what I want to do for these people. You started all those things. You cannot be beating a child with one hand and tell the child not to cry. It's not possible. And that's why whatever they do, nobody is even appreciating it, because what you are doing is, the evil is like 98%, while the good you say you are doing is just 2%. Nobody is going to see it. Nobody will see it. Nobody is talking to Buhari what you are doing. Atiku is coming out to tell us that yes, so lopsidedness of the what is it called? Buhari is not fair. He's not going to do the same thing. And people are asking, where have you been all this while? Where have you been all this while? See, the program they said they had in Abuja now, calling the secessionists to stop it, let us work together. That's why you go ahead though. They will never say we want to talk to Buhari. Buhari, this issue of agitation, what is causing it? Let us deal with this problem from the root. Let us cancel it. Let us stop it. Something is agitating these people. Something is really motivating them to say, let there be separation. You don't want to do the right thing. You want somebody else to do the right thing, but you don't want to do the right thing. You think it will work like that? There will be no peace. If you are not ready to deal with the truth, which they know the truth, nobody wants to talk about it. You have to hammer on the truth. By default, once that one is done, by default, everybody agitating, everybody will just go and rest. Why are people agitating? Why protest in the first place? Why do people protest? People protest because there's injustice. There is injustice. People do protest. Then the next thing, they will carry army and soldier, and police, go and chase them away. But the problem, they will not want to solve it. If they will tell you, okay, we're going to do something, just like what happened during NSAS. At the end of the day, they will just say, we're going to do this. Did they do anything concrete? No. The problems still remain. The first thing was, retrain these people. They just changed their name. That was it. Retrain these people, and their welfare must be well taken care of. No, they didn't do that. All this one will just sit down, giving themselves title. This one is this one is this one is that. They will just say it, and it will end there. They just for them to get to get some kind of title. Yes, so in Nigeria, I'm this, I'm the person. Forget all of now, all whatever, even the one that they give a national award, all of them are rubbish, because it has not amounted. All of those things have not amounted to any good thing. Just like that, the reason why these people are agitating, they won't say anything about it. They just want to just stop. You are crying. Sorry, though, stop crying. They don't go ask, what's it called? They make you they cry now. Let the child now explain. No, just stop crying. Oh, they beat you. Okay, sorry. Why? In fact, it's just so ridiculous when I hear this kind of a thing. It infuriates me. So, guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.